At night, a creek sounds different when something is wrong. Water finds a weak place and begins to speak through it, and a beaver hears a problem in the dark. The beaver surfaces into that sound, not as a visitor to the river, but as one of its editors. It lives by noticing where water refuses to stay put. The leak in the dam is small, but to a beaver colony, small water changes can become large survival changes. A few inches can expose a doorway. A dam is not a decoration. It is a machine made from sticks, mud, teeth, current, and constant repair, assembled by animals that never stop listening. The first clue is simple. The beaver brings material exactly where the water is escaping. The repair begins at the sound, not at a random place. A branch becomes structure. Mud becomes seal. The current becomes the test, pressing against every choice and showing immediately whether the patch works. With every packed handful, the sound of the leak changes. The river is being rewritten in real time, not by force alone, but by feedback. Behind the dam, water slows and deepens. That depth is the real prize, because deep water changes how safely a beaver can move and hide. A lodge entrance hidden underwater is harder for many predators to use. The pond is security made visible, a moat built from patient repairs. So the beaver is not only building a wall, it is building a safer doorway, one that depends on water staying high enough through the night. In the dark, the colony's home depends on a structure that never stops being attacked by flow. Every leak is the river testing the beaver's work. Running water becomes an alarm. The leak tells the beaver where the river is trying to undo the work, and the animal answers with more material. That is why repair can happen again and again. The dam is less a finished object than a living argument with current, weather, and gravity. The teeth explain part of it. Beavers can cut wood because their bodies are built for the job, with jaws that turn trees into usable pieces. But cutting is only the beginning. The harder intelligence is knowing where the wood belongs, which gaps matter, and how water will push next. By dawn, the creek has changed shape. Water that rushed through a narrow channel now spreads into a quiet pond, and the whole valley slows down. In quiet water, sediment settles, edges soften. Plants can take hold because the beaver has changed not just the level of water, but its behavior. Other animals arrive around the beaver's work. Insects, fish, birds, and small lives that need slow water. One family's safety becomes a neighborhood. The beaver did not set out to make a wetland for everyone else. It built safety for itself, and the habitat followed as water lingered. That is the second clue. Engineering can become ecology, even when the engineer is thinking about home. A private repair becomes a public landscape. Then rain returns, and the river pushes back. The pond rises, the pressure changes, and last night's solution becomes tonight's new test. A new leak opens. The same structure that protected the lodge is tested again by weather, proving that a beaver dam is never truly done. The beaver braces in the current with a branch nearly as awkward as its own body. The work looks clumsy until the branch locks into place. The repair is not graceful. It is practical, muddy, repetitive, and exact. The kind of intelligence that shows itself through persistence. Young beavers learn this world by following adults through the same water, sounds, and weak points. The lesson is carried through the pond at night. A branch carried by a parent becomes more than food or wood. It becomes a lesson in how to keep water where the family needs it. From above, the dam changes the map. Channels split, banks flood, roots drown, and new edges appear. A small animal redraws the valley's options. Those edges hold life. A beaver pond is shelter, pantry, road, moat, and neighborhood at once, because slow water creates many ways to survive. Night comes back, and another faint trickle starts. The work is never finally finished, because the river is always moving and the beaver is always listening. The hidden thread is this: a beaver does not just live in a river. It keeps negotiating with the river until the river becomes a home.